you maintain your dress code in a manner which fits to the organization's culture. Or if you are working in a customer service function in a front office, make sure that you wear the attire which goes well with your customers' expectations. Now your dress has to be well, it has to be well, it has to be neat, clean. You have to be going well groomed to the office, to make sure that your targeted audiences feel comfortable while dealing with you. Always show cheerful face. Now can you imagine you are going to a hospital, and at the hospital, and if the doctor behaves, if the doctor just sits in front of you and just keep listening what you are saying without showing any expression, and just writes the medicine and send it back to, give it to you. Now will the patient feel comfortable? I strongly feel no. On the other hand, if the doctor shows concern, if the doctor shows cheerfulness, from his expressions while he talks to you, while he interacts with you, you will definitely feel more comfortable, and probably half of your disease may go off. So the point is that the same role applies to the corporate world also. Now when you are dealing with, whether you are dealing with internal customer or external customers, it is very, very important to show cheerful face to the targeted audiences. And most importantly, take regular feedbacks, whether it is from your own boss or from the people whom you are giving services to. It's very important to take feedbacks. Some of our own weaknesses may not be directly known to us. When you take feedbacks, maintain such a good relationship with the colleagues or your seniors around, so that they also feel comfortable in sharing the feedbacks directly with you. And know your strengths also, so that you can use your strengths in the right possible manner. Now after communication, what I strongly feel is discipline is also very, very important. Now without discipline, do you think that you can achieve your goals? Probably difficult. No matter how intelligent we may be, no matter how much we know our job, but by being disciplined, you can be much more efficient and you can be much more productive. Now self-discipline goes hand in hand with respective, your customers or your targeted audiences, by making deadlines on priority and thereby demonstrate respect to your customers. Now you are working on a project, now which is time bounded obviously, and there may be possibilities that you may have to work 48 hours at a stretch. Now I can share a few examples with you. Now some of you can definitely relate with what I am trying to say. See, in technology area, where I am operating on, there are possibilities, we support our systems 24/7. So you will find at 12 o'clock in the night someone or the other using the system. The whole day, the operations of branches, 200, 300 branches, branch offices are dependent on the the availability of our system, uptime of our systems. So when they go wrong, setting it right is very, very important. As quickly as possible is very, very important. So there have been many, many incidences where our engineers are expected to stay back in the office even for 3 days. So we normally do our maintenance activities over weekends, and we start normally major maintenance activities on Friday evening. And there are many, many instances where people had to stay back till the Monday morning, before the office hours start in the new week, to make sure that things are going well. So I think being disciplined will definitely go a very long way in making sure that you give the right kind of services to your organization. And adhere to the schedule. Now your boss will definitely show confidence in you if he has the confidence that you are someone whom can be relied on. So now this can be proved only by making sure that you solve you finish your task on time, you adhere to the timelines which is set, and make sure that the works are not delayed. So today's task has to be completed by today. No matter how trivial or how critical the task may be. Now delaying the work will pile up your amount of works for the subsequent days. So make sure that today's tasks are completed by today only. And suppose if something, especially in the people who are getting into the customer service, frontline customer service functions, it is, if you have some systems or process in the organization, follow that. Some trouble ticketing system or some issue registration system, make sure that you follow that. Otherwise, whatever may be your line of profession, but maintain a diary with you in advance. Now if you have some jobs pending today, make sure that you write it down in your diary, and first thing in the morning you start working on those issues. Now in today's corporate world, everyone is expected to do multiple works. One has to be a good multitasker. There used to be a time when one person is given responsibility of one line of function, so he is all the time sitting and doing the same work. But today the expectations are a lot more. So a person who is handling one job, he can't just go on doing the same job, and the additional expectations that come to you are just ignored. So the organization expects you to prioritize the job, prioritize the tasks that come to you, and respond to it well. Now one example, say for example when I say prioritization, say someone who is into airport IT system support. Say if the one of the counters system, customer service counters system got conked off, and at the same time you are the engineer who is dedicated for one section, and your manager system is also down. So one the easiest decision that the engineer could have taken is that he will set the manager system right, and he will ask the person who is handling counter to wait. But that's not right. That goes against the professional ethics. Now being a good engineer, being a good corporate citizen, what you are expected to do is just talk to the manager, inform him there is a problem in the counter, I need to set it right, otherwise there will be damages for my customers. So take permission, inform the concerned person, and do the priority work first. So prioritization goes in a very long way. Now for prioritizing the job, it's very important to understand the organization's environment. Now suppose coming back to the corporate world, suppose if you are into a function where your targeted audiences may be your CEO or your directors, or maybe the functional heads. At the same time there may be the line employees also could be your targeted audiences. So depending on the priority, the criticality of the job, and at the same time the seniority of people, you have to understand how the organization structure is, and then do your job well. And be efficient and quick. Now if your manager has given you a job, say if he gives you a project, and if he asks you to study a particular function and a subject, and then ask you to come and give a presentation to him. Now if you say that I'll come back after a week and give you a presentation, he might feel that you are taking too long. Now at the same time, if you take, I am assuming that all of you are at the beginning of the career, beginning stage of the career, and for you, in the initial time, it is very, very important to show a lot of commitment in R&D and understanding the new skills and doing multitasking. So you may be full-time working on your day-to-day function, but at the same time your boss has given you an extra work. It's very easy to say that I'm busy, I don't have time, I will do something on the weekend and come back to you. Probably it's not something which is going to be appreciated. He might think that, okay, then let me give this job to someone else. Please understand that you are losing an opportunity. So be very, very opportunist. So grab whatever opportunities which come to you. So even if you have to, even it means putting some more extra hours, putting maybe 1 or 2 extra nights, sacrificing maybe your evening leisure time, but do it. This is the time when you can learn new things, you can prove yourself, and you can you can learn new skills. So definitely be a good multitasker and make sure that you efficiently finish the works which are given to you, which may or may not be directly linked to your KPIs also. Sometimes these managers give you some very crazy works, but please understand that the manager knows your profile more than you. So definitely please don't think that he is giving me something extra and he is just kind of giving me something which is not directly going to give me any direct credit or benefit. But at this stage, what is important is learn and do as much as you can. Another very important thing I feel is that be a very detailed oriented person. Now you may find it little funny, how much, I mean, if you are given a limited function, I should only be, framing my activities around that function. Now I need not get so much in deep, but what is important is that at this stage of your career, be as much detail oriented person as you can be. Detail orientation will definitely give you opportunity to learn the nuts and bolts of every activity that you do. Try to learn new things. This is very important. Whatever profession that you may be in, today the world is very, very dynamic. Say if you are into a sales function, or if you are into finance function, whatever function that you may be in, there is always new things which keeps coming. Go to Google, find out books which are relevant to your area of function, buy the magazines which are relevant to your function, and learn new skills and new functions always. The other thing that can really become beneficial is that learn from experience. At the beginning of our careers, we always tend to make mistakes.